Really and truly, there's not much else to say now. As take it away, Chad and Alex.
Or Chalex, as we will from now on be called. Yeah, this is a treat. I mean, I'm just going to say three things. It's Astralis, Na'Vi, Ancient, and we get the joy of casting it. Looks like it's going to be fast test of Perfecto here on B. He has to tuck into the cubby. I see Util sailing through the sky already, and the whole squad's on its way. Here we go. The Astralis T side already deployed, and they do spot out Perfecto. Lots of jewels to be taken. Bubsky knocks off the first head, and it's kept even immediately. Bit tucked in towards Cave, bomb down, nade to contest, Bubsky low. What is that? Bit dunks for a third. Combines with bullets and grenades alike. Sure, the bomb's ticking, but how on earth do you get back into the site? Good luck, have fun. This one's over. What are you supposed to do? You're locked out.
Image is just defusing this one.
10-second jobby. They've still got the kit on Electronic if they require it. And down it goes. Okay, so Astralis, they'll get the bomb plant, but that's about it.
Yeah, great recovery there from Na'Vi after losing that early man and Perfecto. Bit's done a fantastic job there, and that immediately backs up what the desk we're talking about. Bit is a star in the making here for this Na'Vi roster, and really excited. I think we had the 1x bet odds come up there at the top of the show to say that Na'Vi, well, they're the favorites in this matchup. And it makes sense. Even though Astralis are yet to drop a map, this is their 5th unique map so far throughout the event. And we don't know what we're going to get. I think we're just constantly, everybody is being impressed or reminded of the Astralis of old, even though there is a change in that roster. So we take a look here. It will be that 4-spy coming out from Astralis. 2 AK-47s, a bunch of Deagles, and some presence over towards B being feigned. 3 Molotovs to get this B lane control for Boomich and Perfecto here, and they will get it. Doors smoked, re-smoked now. This one's closed for business.
Yeah, that just feels like the aggressive banana util we were just watching on Inferno. Burn through your util, but maintain control. And now, look at the freedom that gives you. Boomich is floating around lane, having a look at mid. And it should enable a rotate towards the A site. Now, they are walking in.
Yeah, they've actually dropped back from that aggressive B stance somewhat because Electronics back them up. That smoke is way too deep, and it's all a bit of a ruse here.
Ooh, this is good, though. The fact that Glaive's been spotted out, that might force Simple into a bit more of a rotate. Boomich even considering it as well. Not a peep out of the A defenders, and Bit already huge impact on the pistol. Lovely use of his HE and his USP. Here they come, though.
Fights favour the AK here for sure.
Oh, yeah, especially with the FAMAS, and now the util starting to be deployed towards A. Caught a glimpse of one. Bubsky spots them out as well. Control of the spray. Simple there to back him up. Dunk down to 42. Astralis, that's the bomb. Boosted up for now. It's going to be Bubsky looking for the pick on that elevated angle. Simple in Temple, it's getting a bit sketch. 30 seconds, Simple goes looking, wasn't ready for that, but Bubsky just falls. Couldn't put the bullets in the right place. Dupree equalizes.
Bomb's falling back right now. They're going to hit B. There's 20 seconds left. There is still time for this. Boomich can stop everything in lamps.
Glaive is his first victim. They haven't really got time for this. Magic just has to run straight in. That's the frag. That gives them at least a chance to get the bomb down. Perfecto unable to contest. They need to plant. 8 seconds. Can he deny? Shouldn't be a way in.
It's going to go down.
Okay, Astralis, what a recovery. Can they convert, though? Looking to immediately fight back. Good control. The spray doesn't have the bullets. Dupree, very late to the party.
Electronic has a kit here, but he's got the better weapon for the job.
Oh, he's opted for ramp. They have the kit.
Trying to bait it out here. Dupree's just going around the world.
Heard the step. Spots them both. Knows where they are. Crossing across. Nice headshot. Forces Electronic off. Just tucks in tight. This is great use of time. Electronic's holding it. Dupree needs to call his bluff. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Too late! Doesn't matter. Na'Vi will make it 2. Right down to the wire in the 1v1.
Oh, hugely costly round right there, though. Everybody from Na'Vi going down, even in that round win. AK held on to another bomb plant. Astralis' buy is going to look so much better than Na'Vi's here. The Danes set up to punish early. What a fantastic round, that late pivot as well, with like 25 seconds left all the way through mid, understanding the points of rotation and making this one hurt. Na'Vi, they scrapped together a buy, but it looks rubbish compared to the Astralis purchase. Straight out mid.
Glaive's just going to flash him up. Simple gobbles that one up, and he's already down. This is great. What an early casualty, and what a scalp to find. Simple. Shut down.
Yeah, no man's land there as well. This is just some heads-up Counter-Strike using one of their sharpest, their definite newest tool in the shed, Bubsky. And they're heading back towards this bomb site over towards A main. Electronic deals with one, but there's plenty more coming.
Yeah, gets the info on the jump peak, and bodies are lining up for the Na'Vi boys. It's actually Bit the best Bubsky, and everything working wonderfully. Glaive will recover the AK. Bomb and a smoke. Zipex to ensure no push through mid, and actually Glaive's just continuing his campaign. Playing with fire, considering. Bull blind, warning shot across the bow.
plenty of time to pivot back again, and they've actually drawn out this full rotation from Na'Vi. Boomich has met up with the rest of his squad over towards this A site, and there's no rush from Astralis. Sure, it's a 2-on-3 disadvantage situation, but they have the entire map to play with right now as Glaive
has to walk.
Yeah, we know the sound cues with this water situation, and they're actually pivoting back. So now heading and turning their attention back towards A main. That has forced Boomich to respect this. Just cutting noise, just not showing their face, has weakened the A bomb site. Bit tucks all the way back into a passive line of CT spawn. Perfecto floating over towards B, and Boomich back turned right now as he's clearing out the B lane.
Yeah, so if Glaive can just worm his way through mid, you know, with 20 seconds left, coming in from Donut side, that is a lovely two-pronged assault of the A site. Boomich, loud. Glaive needs this. Great control. Bulldozes onto Glaive. Hard spray. Zipex can't knock it down, and Bit will make it 3 for the Na'Vi boys. So they've passed their first test.
Oh, well handled there. That is even with the casualty of Simple. The big man Simple going down first. Now, that just brings us into this conversation again. How scary was the conversation of Na'Vi when you had Simple, Electronic, and Flamey playing well? Imagine a Na'Vi where everybody on the team can deliver and do their job. That's what we're seeing from Na'Vi so far within this event. If everybody from this CIS Super Squad is on form, they are the team to beat.
Simple. Again, responsible for middle. Astralis throwing some pace towards lights. No one's home. Boomich, this is a very predictable angle. You can see potential for Magis to just kind of bounce his head off and straight through, just walks straight into the crosshair. Another easy collection for Boomich. Another casualty for Magisk, first to fall for the second time in 2 rounds.
They have 4 players here over towards the cave and B area. And they're actually going to continue a little bit of a crawl forward, just leaving Bit on his lonesome from Donut. He has to worry about mid. He also has to worry about that A bomb site. So if Astralis continue their search party over towards B, they're going to get a bit of a rude shock here. Dupree's been able to tuck up in a hugely important position towards the top of middle.
Yeah, and this is the duel. Boomich can bait him in on his jiggles. Electronic's got nothing to report mid. Dupree holds his nerve. That's the info peak. Electronic already equipped with the AK-47 as well on that mid side. Does look like it kind of hinges on these two. Boomich trying to draw them in.
Yeah, baiting them into the MP9 of Simple here. You should have a field day with this.
Bubsky. Oh, that is a crucial headshot. Tried to maintain the spray, and just like that, a chance, a real chance. Dupree knows he's got the element of surprise here. And Bit loud about his A rotation. Dupree slipping the net.
Electronic looks aware.
He is aware. If only they could draw attention elsewhere. Dupree rounds the corner. Electronic neutralizes, and chances start to dwindle now for Astralis. Bubsky from the bedroom. They threw the AK towards the healthiest member. Glaive now trying to find something, more than something. A headshot, only the one though, and they do just once again dissolve. Let's go. This is Astralis' pick, and Na'Vi already thriving.
Na'Vi are looking very, very handy on this map, right? They understand all the different angles and positions they can be playing there. I think Electronic tucking himself into that little corner, aware of the flank. That's perfect. That's perfect play. They know where the gaps are, and they're really punishing.
And it's like he acknowledged it was always a threat, but he knew that B was going to be the final objective, so he kind of covers both bases with his reposition. Really cool.
And it also had the ability there, I think it was Perfecto who was on that right-hand side of the big block on the B site, could swing out and assist as well, but you're about to see the smoke land front of Lamps. That's going to deny any early aggression and help Astralis get control here. Need to be careful in mid. Electronic can be peaked from Shelf, but he's actually taking control himself.
Yeah, Simple doesn't have a flashbang, so you won't be seeing that from him. Does have a smoke grenade though. A little bit of good wallbang damage. This is a hard angle to contest. Simple crouching down, another CT smoke. Magisk just going to surge in. Another opening death for Magisk. Having a tough go of things to start off Ancient here, and Dupree claws one back, costs him a great deal. Electronic down to 6 HP. They wish they had an aid.
Glaive molly him though.
Molly won't spread.
Oh my god, he's so lucky.
So lucky.
Well, 6 HP and they keep him where he is. Electronic can't pick here at all. He has to wait for contact somewhere else on the map, and once again, it's back over towards this B bomb site where the bomb resides. Perfecto, the only man, he has to defend B ramp and the cave position. Dupree picks that one up, 40 seconds remaining on the clock, and they have 2 smokes. They can smoke off the long and short lanes deep on towards the B bomb site and walk their way in, and Bubsky can come late through middle, who's about to have a bit of a duel with Bit.
That could be the start for Bubsy. Oh, not expecting Boomich so soon. Keeps it level. Astralis, though, the walking wounded. Look at their health. Kind of comes down to Zipex. He will be the first one in. Great flashes. Perfecto tucked into Cave and eliminated now. Glaive anticipating the rotation. He knows Boomich is up to some no good. Bomb planted. Boomich just housing lamps, and I think that's enough. That's his cue to recede.
Yeah, I think the ref called that one off there. No need to run away and give up these guns. It's not like cash is flush for Na'Vi right now. Sure, they have 4 rounds on the board, but Astralis have been able to contest time and time again. Just reflect back to the second round where everybody from Na'Vi goes down even though they won the round. So we know that finances aren't there. Astralis are able to now start working on that CT economy. And well, with only 1,400 coming into the bank balance next round, the buy is not going to be looking good for Na'Vi whatsoever. All 3 will stay alive. Get outside those B doors. And hold on to those AK-47s. Now for Astralis, they're currently undefeated. They have not lost a map. It was 2-0 in both of their series so far. The game against Heroic yesterday, I think we're all expecting a little bit more from the Princes, whereas the Kings, they've shown why they are the best team to ever do it. And sure, they're missing Device, but where is Device? He's out of the tournament. These boys are in the playoffs. I think that statement stands for itself.
And not only that, not only doing it without Device, but they've managed to prove that their map pool diversity is still ridiculously high. This is the 5th map we've seen out of 5 maps played from Astralis. And 100% win rate so far. Na'Vi knocking on that door to change that. It's fun seeing these 2 teams as well just duke it out for control of this B lane.
Oh, cop that one bit. Headed down to 49, unconfirmed damage.
They're boosting. I wonder what Bubsky can see over that. Just wants to jiggle it out. They'll scrap that plan. And actually, yeah, Bit is taking a couple of liberties on the A-Halls. He's actually pushed up and just going to be jiggling to drop some util. It's a lot of responsibility on the new boy on the block. Nade, perfectly placed. Bubsky chunked and... Oh, this is just a modern-day Counter-Strike player. He went from jiggling with his smoke to doing utility damage to jiggling with his smoke. And at this point, 3 rifles versus 5. Simple deploy to back up the A side of the map. And the fact that they've forced Bit off that line, very kind of textbook from Astralis.
Well, again, it looks like it will be a B finish. Yeah. That bomb is still in the back halls of B, over towards the swamp area. And they've actually rotated Electronic a bit over in time. It's good that Bit's here. He has this flash, so that one comes on through. Boomich is going to push. He's grabbed one. Can get away with more. Boomich, the MP9 from range. It's no good. Bubsky trades.
Just Glaive tucking in, saves himself. And they're going to commit to this. Bit in the crossfire. Flash will only last a couple of seconds. They need to clear the corners. Zipex, a lazy clear, costs him. Bubsky responds. Tight corners to be defended. Fresh mag required. Bubsky needs to get this bomb down. I think his bottom is going to be sticking out. Perfecto doesn't opt to hit it now. Just Dupree. No real hope here. Too many bodies. Perfecto, solid defense.
Oh, and a great response from Na'Vi on a pretty rough buy, all things considered. Util wasn't perfect. You saw Bit with the Deagle. They were able to make a lot out of a very little there. And having Boomich, the man on your screen right here, flash forward and find all that info, it was too late for them to rotate back to A. What a great play. And
it's double flash. You saw that Glaive, as he looks to respond to that close quarters engagement, he's full white on his screen. Zipex tries to bail him out. But yeah, Na'Vi, they've clearly been working on their ancient game. You saw the results. They've played a whole lot more in the official capacity to that of Astralis as they brought up that Fun plus Phoenix result from, what was it, 5 weeks ago?
Yeah, IEM summer feels like a lifetime ago already, doesn't it?
But Na'Vi, in contrast, we've seen them play it about 4 times already. Admittedly, hit or miss, but up against some huge names in the likes of Gambit.
That's the great thing with this map here that we're all witnessing today, is the meta, the way that this map should be approached, is being established. Right, we're getting a better understanding. Here's this replay of Boomich again pushing on through. Does get traded after that one, but it was the info that was more important here. And you're right, this is a much deeper corner than I think a lot of people give it credit for. And there's so many angles, even with those smokes down, that you have to be wary of. So good trading, and great to see Bubsky off to a decent start here. Good sharp tool. Somebody's cracking open those domes as the AKs come back out. Aggressive utility again, and they'll just extinguish it. Now let's have B lane control one more time. Nade from Boomich. Able to do a huge amount of damage, but definitely softens 2 members up. Glaive and Just in a one-shot headshot range for that M4 now.
Yeah, just the one M4. They're still equipped with all those AKs.
That's quite nice, isn't it?
No, not too shabby.
I think they want to push here.
It looks like it. The same maneuver, same result, maybe even better. Boomich combined with Electronic, they managed to make it work. Double kill already. Astralis bleeding. Glaive low with the bomb, just looking to survive at this point. They'll try and ply their trade elsewhere. It will be Bubsky who starts to maneuver. Simple's even... Okay, I thought he was going to head for a mid-clear. Doesn't need to. He's responsible of 8. The other 3 set up to respond.
There's no smokes here. They will just have to walk contact in towards this B site. Magisk is leading the charge here.
Tough crossfire to break. That tight corner. Electronic can go looking and just about gets around the corner. What's Bubsky to do now? Electronic can strike at any time. Perfecto's there as well. Doesn't need Perfecto. The shots just keep coming. Na'Vi, well drilled.
Oh, that nade was from downtown as well as Bits rotating in. He launches that one out. They finish it off 6-1 now.
Hello.
And this is the Na'Vi that you want to see. They're in the studio environment now.
Yeah, good to have them out of quarantine.
Same with Gambit that we had just before, right? It's great to get everybody out in this space. Definitely adds that little bit extra as Astralis take another timeout. And look, max loss bonus is in play, 3,400. You can see that for the next round of play. So a partial, more than welcome. An AK for Bubsky, some Tech 9s, a Mac 10 for the likes of Zipex. Remain threatening, but if it's just more of this same B lane control, it already feels like Na'Vi have their number. They use a lot of utility early, which forces Astralis to dump their own utility, which gives them less for the executes onto the bomb site. And then Na'Vi are treating it like Banana, like we've spoken about a couple of times. The flash peaks, harassing with more nades.
Yeah, those mid-round aggressions. I mean, Electronic got a double off the back of it, but it makes it look really tough for Astralis to break through. Like, if every time you want to fight ramp, there's potential for either an AWP or an Electronic and MP9 in Boomich's hands as well. There's going to be Tech 9s, and you'll never guess which site they're going to try and hit.
They're just going to go fast up long here. It looks like it, a bit like the pistol round.
Yeah, Perfecto tucked in off the flash. Again, gets info tucking into his favorite corner. Doesn't have the same level of backup here, and some good space with the smokes now blooming. Cave is a threat. Molly to stop the default plant. Boomich is identified behind the box. An open plant. I don't hate it. This is the most progress we've seen out of Astralis so far. Not only with the bomb ticking, but 4 hearts still beating. 2 rifles in play. Boomich flying around the corner into Glaive. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man. Through the smoke, through the wall. I said 2. Now just 1 rifle. He's blocking him in the smoke. Does well for 2. Zipex. Huge impact. It's insignificant. As now rifles will be recovered, and Na'Vi, they're not far away from winning out this CT half right out of the start.
Well, they're getting into the side, at least with that quicker play, right? The bomb goes down, they keep it threatening. There's a couple of nice frags there to close the round out, but all in all, Na'Vi, they seem like they have a very good understanding. Boomich isn't just gravitating towards focusing and trying to help the site. He understands he has that buffer. If he clears out lamps, he can apply some pressure and make the rest of the B defenders from Astralis think that the flank's coming around from that lane position. Utility was great. Spamming through the smokes, everything looking picture perfect for Na'Vi here, and this is a very dominant showing out the gate, 7-1. And here we go again, a bit of a mix-up this time. Boomich over towards middle. They're getting ready for more of an A piece right now. You can tell by Na'Vi's setup that that is the case, but guess what? Astralis, true to form, back on over for the same real estate. Oh, there's a bit more of a mid-focus here.
Yeah, now, Boomich, I would expect to be Molotov'd out. Yeah, now what do you do? What's his response? Die is his response, the only option given to him by Astralis.
It's interesting to see that Boomich was there, though. That's going to be something that can be noted by the Danes, and how will they pivot? It looks like accordingly. Over to B they go.
No initial resistance this time. Now, Perfecto has been a real problem for them. And Bit returns to mid to confirm it's clear. Electronic partners up with him, so they'll actually push through mid. Perhaps a fast flank towards the lamps. Astralis smokes are in the air. That's usually the sign of a commitment. Nade looks promising. Lightly touches up 2. Bit and Perfecto should have some extra chances at headshots now with the M4. 1-shot kill for 2 of them.
Bubsky's having a great timing here. This fight with Electronic is everything, though, towards lamps. Bubsky's chasing Simple right now over at A, so this is about to get real awkward.
Ooh, if he can get there in time, they're already closing the gap. Astralis can just delay. Bubsky can have a round-winning flank here. Will Astralis post their second?
Noisy.
Very noisy. And now taking shots a bit too early, a bit too premature. Electronic's already found another. The pop flash is everything. Simple blind, tucked in tight, has to disrespect the molly. Simple doesn't miss these. And all onto dupreeh. Bomb not really planted for him. Has to take these fights, and Simple all too easy. Quick on the scope, 8 for Na'Vi. And that was the best chance we've seen out of Astralis since those Tech 9s and armor.
Obviously, he's going to be kicking himself.
Yeah.
Absolutely be kicking himself there. He had the round-winning maneuver, but I think that he just doubted the amount of time that he had. He made a sound cue. He flubbed the shots. That gave that one away. He was then isolated from the pack. That meant Simple could just have a one-on-one fight. The remainder of Simple's teammates, Na'Vi, could claw in, look for the Astralis members over towards B, get on that bomb, lickety split. Dearie me, this is running away from Astralis here.
Damn, that is a very quick smoke out of Electronic. It actually beats the T's there. They will disrespect it. No one can actually overwatch it. But through mid, Simple's posted up, so it's a big test for them. Boomich
Melting.
Oh, not quite away. Smoke. dupreeh, diligent, doesn't cross ahead of the smoke, and now full control of middle. They have to acknowledge that gap. I think that's going to be Simple's responsibility. Floating CT. They are in through lamps. Electronic mollies the pocket. It's an insta pop on that as well. Gets the sound cue. Zipex couldn't avoid it. Now, do they just do this off of a underhand flash? Zipex, 2 to find. Perfecto is first victim. He's holding the spray. He's definitely anticipating another. Knows Electronic lingers. And that's the end of that. They're into the site though. Oh, Glaive does shut him down. Now we're talking. Through the cave, into the site, bombed down. And that might just be the Na'Vi save call.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It feels a lot more justifiable when they have such a lead. It's like, okay, yeah, look, we'll give you one. We won't come for this. We'll hold on to our guns. We'll make sure that we can continue to pile on these CT-sided rounds. And look, even though Na'Vi lose that round, the fact that they understand this map to such a good level, that these little CT aggressions, the movements around the map, it's looking very, very good. You love to see it. But Astralis will respond. They'll get their second on the board, and it's about opening these floodgates. Now, this map is still new. It is definitely got a CT-sided bias. So Na'Vi, they're probably going to want about 10 rounds. It's going to be, as the desk mentioned, interesting to see how proficient Astralis have become on this map since IEM Summer. They've had a lot of time. They knew that they were coming into this event. It's about prioritizing your prep, and I don't think anybody wouldn't have been prioritizing the first LAN event back in 2021.
With the newest map in the pool.
So, yeah, and that's perfect for a team like Astralis, right? Jason mentioned what they did with Vertigo once upon a time. Well, the fact that they're now doing it, or at least trying to, with Ancient, you can split it 2 ways, because if the scoreline continues in this trajectory and they get owned, then, you know, you could say, well, it was desperate from Astralis to go to the newest map, or you could go with, okay, well, it was them trying to innovate and use this curveball to their full advantage. But the timeout called from Na'Vi. Boomich, he loves operating with this MP9. You can see he still had 1900 left over, so he could have afforded something much better than an MP9, but he's been doing great work with it. It makes him very mobile, very annoying. Simple gets to hold on to the AWP, and he hasn't really been needed in a big way so far. Electronic has 13 kills, 9 for Bit, and 8 for Perfecto, 9 for Boomich as well. Simple is actually down the bottom of the scoreboard.
Simple's just dropped to one-way mid. Take a look at that in a sec, because right now Perfecto is aggressing off the flash. Zipex makes his presence known. There was a little chance onto Simple there, dupreeh testing the water.
Yeah, I think he forced him back out of that with just bullets alone.
Boomich and this MP9. I really am getting some Inferno similarities and parallels, aren't we? There's a chance. Missed one, Simple. We'll try and take a second shot. This time Magis is kind of full committed to that. He's taken the fight, Rifle v AWP, and he has deterred Simple from the line. The bombs walk in A here, dude. How convincing can they be on B? Because right now, Na'Vi have got 4 bodies there.
Yeah, they've definitely done the job, but is it about showing the bomb on dupreeh, or is it about actually committing to this site?
They do the full exec.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to fake this one out. There's also a smoke over towards a donut position, it looks like. So Bit, he's been smoked off. Electronic is actually floating back over, and they're going to try and split A through this mid connector and A main.
Oh, Bit's tucked in donut. They are going to walk through. Will it wait for the fade, though? Looking for the nutmeg. Both hold left and right. Tight corners clear procedurally. 30 seconds. A Bit can just destabilize them here. He's hanging out in the limbo. Catches Magis looking the wrong way. A real chance now if he gets Glaive as well. Go on, Bit. What an impact he's having. Double kill on the Astralis play. He was the only one there. Electronic now to receive. Zipex will neutralize, but Electronic's tucked in. Simple spotted one across at least. Knows Temple's coming in.
Oh, the flash.
Oh, doesn't get away from it. Dupree saves him. The flash has set up Astralis with success. Can't knock him off the bomb. Simple anticipating a swing from Bubsky. Perfecto to walk in with him. Just a matter of time. Dupree will take first contact, you'd imagine. Boomich testing that donut side now. He's actually beaten Bubsky. This MP9 works one-on-one. Simple's hit the first. Playing the time, though. He has the kit. It favors Astralis in a large way. He's just going to have to hold it. Draw out the shot. Zipex barrel bait. That's the chance. And Simple locks it down with ease. You can always count on Simple.
Oh my God, the fact that he's so low on HP in that situation really does not favor him by any means. The bait, the jiggle, he doesn't wince, and he just hits the shot quick as you like. A lot would miss that. It's not an easy one to hit.
No, but he just, in his head, he knows Zipex doesn't have an answer. He doesn't have an answer. He doesn't know if he's being held. And all he had to do, he thrives in that environment. All I have to do is hit this shot. Like, you've got to be cool as hell. Look at the time.
Yes, he's flustered right now looking for the bomb, but as soon as he identifies it, he taps it, scoped in, and that's it, just stepping out wide. Zipex goes down, a shot.
That could have really, really changed things. Still not ideal, though. Look at the Na'Vi buy. But Bit, still a nuisance. How is he so good? He not only won them the round previously with his double, or at least set them up for it. Simple's collected another onto Zipex, the very same that he won the one-on-one with.
A signature wiggle, mate.
Yeah. Like, these Na'Vi boys, they've had their money tested, but every time they find a way.
Look at this crossfire in lamps as well. 2 MP9s. Boomich is isolated to one side short. He goes down. Perfecto gets through the hidey hole and escapes, but this number advantage, well, it was a 5-on-2. Now it's only a 4-on-2, and the bomb's all the way down in T-spawn. There's a minute on the clock, so plenty of time to work with. But I feel Na'Vi might have to trip over themselves to lose this one.
Said 10 would be the objective. Well, they might have found it in our first 12 of play. But on a shaky buy, tested by the AKs, the fact that Bit wins out his duel, he's still willing to take an Aggie fight in the A-halls. You know, like if you're perhaps a new kid on the block, perhaps you're playing for a spot in the semi-finals of IEM Cologne, your first IEM Cologne, you would be a bit more hesitant. Not the case for Bit. Dupree, a bit more of a veteran, has bested Perfecto. Simple responsible now for this B site. The bomb's on its way in. Good flash. Nice work from Astralis to at least try and get that bomb down. They can't afford to lose a man here. They need both.
Freeze pushing.
Yeah, and they're not looking just yet. Bit now contributes again. Glaive, so much to do and so little time. Bit will make it 3. He opens the round and closes it for the squad. 10 for Na'Vi already. Okay, so it seems like Ancient is not one to be taken lightly up against the Na'Vi boys. And just seeing them so reinvigorated, you've seen multiple statements. The two that stand out to me, it's my first opportunity to cast Na'Vi. I think I really, really connected with Matthew's statement. He did an interview stating that Gambit's the best thing to happen to Na'Vi. And I think that links perfectly into Simple, or I believe it was Blade just talking about the fact that, you know, we now actually realize this is the first time all 5 of us can accept and acknowledge the power we have as a unit. I think that's come from the motivating factor, you know, the fact that at any point people are sitting there going, who is the best team in the CIS? You know, like that's going to get under everyone's skin, not just Simple's, and not just the 5 players. Of course, Blade doesn't want to be sitting there coaching number 2.
No, not at all. And I think the fact that they've actually been able to find a replacement that wasn't just a safe pair of hands, he's showing that he's more than that. Right, Bit, this is his first LAN event of this caliber.
Yeah.
Right, when you look at all the rookies that we have at this event, he is delivering in buckets and spades. We've been talking about the other individuals contributing. Well, it's huge right now. Simple, he's the man with 7 kills, the least for the team. He's found the impact in the clutch, but his teammates are there, right? It's not the classic story of Simple and Electronic carrying Na'Vi.
No, it's definitely a team effort. Very impressed by Bit here. Top of the server. First tier 1 LAN. Playing for a spot in the semis, no less. That is an unintentional gap, one would imagine. I don't know if anyone from Na'Vi is going to be willing to take a glance. Glaive posted up, though, on it.
Ooh, Perfecto transitioning into this.
Gap. And Glaive does not miss. Does not let that opportunity go. All right. Boomich and his bloody MP9. Still could be a real thorn in their side. It does look like the bomb is floating back, though, so it's tight line for Dupree. Does respond in kind, so Bit kept on, it's down to 24.
Oh, Dupree slipped the net here. That's facilitating this bomb to come all the way back over towards A. Magisk and Glaive can come through Donut.
Yeah,
Zipex and Bubsky can come through main, and Dupree has the rotation. This is looking great.
Look, Electronic, though. He's going to try and clear it out for his teammates. He's going to join up with them. Swings in. An easy find, and Dupree's power position nullified. Simple another. They know the AWP's now on the A site. And he's not even alone. He has Bit to call upon. Pre-aiming perfectly. Simple having no issues. Anyone else? Magisk neutralized the threat, and short-lived success for Astralis. 4 frags to his name. Magisk with 19 seconds to somehow pull this one across the line, and they're already here. Like, you'd need a frag now. Boomich not going to give it to you. Bit might. God damn, he doesn't miss. 16! Bit's having another one of these performances.
I just love how fluid that was from Na'Vi, because it felt like they were pinned in, right? It felt like they were pinned in because Dupree had the space towards middle. He was low, admittedly, but Simple with the AWP, I completely forgot about that. That is the perfect weapon for the job over towards this A bomb site, right? The long-range duel into main, the long-range fight into Donut. It's a great weapon for the job, and underway we go. 11 rounds for Na'Vi now, and back towards B, continuing to smash their head against this brick wall.
Definition of insanity, Chad. Doing the same thing and expecting different results. Tucked in tight. To bail him out is Perfecto. Smoke should do the job. Let them unload their mags and find fresh ones. Na'Vi looking to continue this run. They could be leaving the first half of Ancient with bloody all of them.
This has been an onslaught, an absolute onslaught. It was close. There's been some moments, you know, that have been on a seesaw. Could tip either way. But Na'Vi continue to bail themselves out in a big way. Right now, they're set up proficiently again. They have 3 players on the B side. That's not where the danger is. Bit is a little bit worried about somebody slipping through mid. Simple's covering that off now. This deeper smoke that's come on into Donut, it allows a bit of a gimmicky play, but they're actually wanting to take top mid control as well as Donut. They're creeping through.
Electronic's responsibility. He's always here when he needs to be. And just having a tough time so far on the T side. I don't think he'll be the first to contact, but he is walking through. Simple, nice find. A second chance. Magic has bested him, well caught, but still Na'Vi feel the feed. It's Glaive to try and fail to find the double. Magisk has slipped the net. They know where he is now. Boomich, all too easy to collect, and look at them go. Astralis have had very little of a voice into this one.
Oof, this is great stuff. Bit now, with that round there, has had 6 multi-kill rounds in this. 6. You have a look on the other side of things, there's only a total of 7 for all of Astralis. Things are going great for the CIS squad right now.
Was Astralis' pick, dude? We've got Dust 2 next. I mean, I'm not writing them out, you said. It's CT-sided, but I'm telling you now.
I don't know if it's this CT.
It's not this CT-sided. Everything is just coming up. Millhouse.
This one does look like it wants to be an A out the gate. Zipex is just over towards B to sell his presence. Electronic pushed up towards middle, and it is Bit passive on the site. He's going to lob out this Molotov. That is hopefully buying a bit of time because smokes are landing. Donut smoked off, CT smoked off. Bit's going to play above it.
Oh, you've interested me here, Bit. Head poking out over the smoke. Will dip in as he's lost his vision. 2 flashes. It's going to be Electronic. Stands for 1.
He's lost in the smoke here.
Yeah, he is. And the bullets will force him further back. There is going to be a gap in the smoke when they fade. Lines up to deny. Oh, it's close. Doesn't quite finish it off, and Dupree has got it down. Simple posted up to hold the cross on Big Box, and Dupree may be lazy. Yeah, caught out. Wasn't expecting it so soon. Couldn't get himself to the plateau. Problems now. Magisk careful, playing with fire, walks into Simple. A late flank perhaps. Bubsky just has to delay. If he can get 1 or 2, Zipex has a chance here. 1 with the Mag-10, 2 with the Mag-10. But he'd have to do a whole lot more. Simple. All he has to do is drop the smoke, Bit to defuse. And now bodyguarding. Simple doesn't miss these. Easy as that. 13 on the half. 3 rounds away from Na'Vi taking Astralis' pick against them, and we're all learning a lesson or 2. We'll be...
So for the teams that I think will be in the playoffs, for sure, I would say Navi, because they're just in a very good form right now. And of course they have Simple, which is a monster, and he's playing like definitely like a monster recently. So I guess they have a very good chance to reach in playoffs.
Already in Na'Vi's bank balance. They are just 3 rounds away from taking the Astralis surprise pick of Ancient. Yes, the newest map in the pool, pulled out by the Danes, trying to topple what seems to be the Indomitable you heard from during the break. Art talking about Na'Vi's power level. It is definitely over 9,000. And maybe you can see with that blonde hair of Boomich, he is going Super Saiyan. Let's see. 19 from Bit truly is the one at this point in time, the chosen one. He's got util though, doesn't need armor where he's going. Let's get into this one. One expert leans Na'Vi's way. I don't even blame him. Certainly not now after the first half like that. Chad's with me.
Oof, this is going to have to be some CT haul from Astralis.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm going to be surprised if they're even able to get this pistol, because I think it's one-way traffic for Na'Vi right now. That's a start. The big B onto the little. This bit falls to Bubsky.
A bee versus a wasp.
One of them has a bigger stinger right now. Simple. Ooh, back pedals in time. Jesus! Joseph and Bloody Mary, Dupree. That's a nice little shot right there. Simple's down. Now it's a 3-on-5.
Yeah, well, this still could go awry. There's still 3 CTs, though, on this site that they're committing to, as you would expect with a 2-man advantage. Boomich struggling. Electronic will try and partner up. Zipek smoked off, and the bomb is down. Okay, Magisk flank. They need another one. Nice shot, Magisk. Both him and Dupree certainly sharpened their USPs. Electronic claws it back, and hit all onto one man. It's the armored Boomich. 2 coming in from that cave position. Tries to catch a timing on the burst. Multiple targets, too many targets, too many men. Dupree will find his second. And Astralis, the compulsory pistol is theirs.
A couple of crispy ones in there as well, so good shooting, steady aim. It's going to take a bit more of getting fired up, I think, than to get Astralis back into this matchup. Now, we are going to see Na'Vi with that bomb down. Bit of a smile on Bubsky's face there, and he's still rocking that interesting seating position. People should see yours. I'm sure it would rival most.
Yeah, should start demanding caster cams like...
We need to get, you know, those cat towers? We need one of those for you.
That would be perfect, actually.
Climb around on one of those.
Look
with
at
a scratching
a little
nose.
jungle gym and a wireless mic, and I'd be perfect. I'd be ready to go.
All right, well, of course, as per the standard, Na'Vi, they have forced ball into this. Simple's being gifted the AK-47, Galil's for electronic and boomage, and some pistol upgrades. Both teams with quite the aggressive-looking buy here. No SMGs in play whatsoever for a second round. This is somewhat unusual.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to be very intrigued to see if he can get impact on that scout, because one smoke, one flash, and I feel like Glaive's going to feel pretty damn unimpactful. That's the word I'll use. Orgs in play as well. These should be great. Oh, Simple pulls no punches.
Glaive is so confused about that.
Yeah.
He has no idea how that happened.
Just the very tip of the head. Simple's angle management. He knows this map clearly like the back of his hand. He's been grinding it in his own time.
What a huge opener.
Yeah, I can't believe how easy that came.
He shot 2 bullets. Glaive's already dead. And now it forced a complete rotation from Astralis. They had a 2-man setup on that A site. They've had to respect that 1 death. They've rotated their forces over to bolster B. And during all of this, with 40 seconds left, Na'Vi are taking the bomb over towards A, where it is just that Bubsky.
This is important, though. So Simple's going to try and smoke off CT. I don't hate that. That's going to at least enable a little bit of an info push. Yeah, the CTs are starting to back away towards A.
Oh, they need to get there really quick right now.
Holding them at bay. Bubsky. Passive temple, so they can cross in. Nice, takes initiative, takes the fight. Neutralize, it's going to be one-on-one. Simple with a double. Magisk should be able to stop that bomb from being retrieved. He's in the tight line. That's the frag that wins it all. Solid defense. Na'Vi test them, though, testing their mettle, pulling them around the map. Astralis will convert, and now just a little moment's respite before Na'Vi get weapons back in play.
Yeah, that was a very quick rotation, and everybody from Astralis made it there in plenty of time. So that's the one problem that I think a lot of people have with this A bomb site is that here's the shot from Simple. Actually, let's take a quicker look at this one. Oh my God, okay, so he could see quite a bit. You know, he could see Glaive easy as you like. But yeah, that A bomb site, if you head on into it and you don't have control of connector, you don't have control of temple, or you don't have control of CT, it's going to get very difficult. I feel like you need 2 of the 3, at least to make life as easy as humanly possible. But hold up a second, Simple's back into another AK here. Okay. I thought this round was just a formality. Turns out that is not to be the case. They've given the big man the big gun again. How much more damage can he inflict? Well, that's quickly been noted. Zipex put on notice. And Glaive, he is in a bit of trouble right here. He has his back to Magisk. He's also looking towards middle. That's a deep smoke. A lot of space to work with.
Yeah, they may not anticipate that. Here comes Perfecto. It's back turn, no less. They know he's in the pocket. It's Magisk that strikes. And that was the rifle. This is all Astralis right now.
Well, the deep smoke, that's not what they were intending with it, but it's actually profited. And the swing from Magisk onto Simple there was basically a left-right good night. That was the big weapon. Didn't even get a chance to really take a heads-up duel. And Bit, well, he's being good. He's going to have to be great. Magisk falls. Zipex isolated. The shots, they will land. He's found 2.
I've seen Bit in these clutch environments. He's got a real cool head on his shoulders. You see that attempted 1v5 when he had like 1 frag on Inferno? He's definitely got it in him.
I'm trying to think back. He had this overpass pistol ace as well. That was bloody banging. I think that was probably a couple of months ago now, but
good management of the money, though. So Electronic will get to play with the AK. Simple returns the favor. Obviously, Electronic dropping it for him in the previous. Simple will be rocking the Dig, everyone else equipped. As is Astralis. So lots of smoke sailing through the air. You're going to be seeing denial of mid. It looks like Astralis want to contest with a 3-man mid setup. 1 early, Dupree having a look and fully flash. Boomich down. Here we go. Strong start to the defense from the Danes.
Yeah, you can actually get there a bit quicker if you do that skill jump and you jump up over shelf. You can get there faster than you would if you were running through cave and lamps position. So Dupree with a fantastic opening, but they've still gone 1 for 1.
Oh, there's a smoke leaving Electronic's fingers. A second like lurk smoke as well. Bubsky, perfect incendiary, should deter. Great find from Bit, and he actually pushes through. Uses the smoke as a safe haven. And there's more to come. Util towards the back of CT. Zipex, these orgs are such good weapons for these angles, for these fights. A boosted Simple finds nothing. On the reload, Electronic can thrive. Catching Bubsky. Tight line held. Perfecto Warded off of the line.
So hard to plant right now.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? Such a tight one as well from Glaver.
Oh!
Click, and now we're gaming. He hasn't got the health for the one-on-one. 45, and poked straight in. Zipex does convert a double from him. And Astralis, that's the closest chance we've seen from Na'Vi, but they do not let up.
Well, the money situation as well, it's being kept humble, right? We spoke about how close the rounds were early for Astralis in the first half. They're eliminating so many players, they just weren't converting the rounds. The bomb kept going down. They were giving themselves a chance to buy time and time again. Well, Na'Vi are getting the rounds close. They're eliminating a lot of these Astralis members, and they're keeping themselves in a position where they could invest. And the Na'Vi of old, a Na'Vi that we all remember from not that long ago, would. AK head armor is possible for Electronic, the same for Bit. Perfecto can get a Galil with utility or an AK head armor and not get any nades. They really could buy in a round like this, and maybe that's why the timeout has been taken. Blade, you could see behind the team getting very, very vocal. And here's this AUG action again. Just scoped on in the range of this. Zipex with a fantastic round to keep his team with a spotless CT half so far. That has been 4 on the trot. How much longer can they hold Na'Vi, the beast at bay?
It's just a hard pair of sights to break.
They did not for the investment here. We'll just be going for the pistol upgrades. Considering how Bit's Deagle's been looking, I'd be pretty scared if I was Astralis right now.
The CT smoke that Electronics presented with doesn't know what's on the other side of it towards the ledge. Just as it fades, they don't even lose a man. That's quite the find. Double stagnates back sight, no one's home.
Okay, okay.
Hang on a sec.
Starting to see this one shape up. So the information is 2 players noted over towards B, 2 players definitely noted all the way over towards A main. And Simple now, how noisy is he going to be about this? We'll hit that shift key, not going to give that sound cue up. And the same for Bit. Zipex is pushing in. He was the hero of last round.
Bubsky wants info on A as well. He'll be saying nobody home, folks. And yeah, immediately you can see Dupree react, knife out, heading towards that, at least mid-rotate. So, by the point that these smokes bloom, there's going to be 3 players on the site to defend. Glaive Molotov'd out of position, and he actually could go down. Oh dear! 2 for Na'Vi in the feed. Only 2 remain for the Danes, and they don't think they can contest that plant. The smokes are still up. Boomich low, punching in the digits, it's down. And now problems for Astralis. It's only going to be the Tech-9s and armor when Na'Vi find their first T round.
Oh, they're even going to take everything away. Dupree falls, everybody wiped out. 14 on the board right now. And Astralis, well, that money, it was already on a nice edge. Now they're broke. Now they're bankrupt. It was only 1,400 as the loss bonus.
So it's over then?
Well, you would think.
Double eco. Or force.
It has to be force. It has to be force and force again.
Here
right?
we go.
And you don't want to defend on 15, especially when you're down in a hole like this. You can make the argument if the score was closer. You go, okay, give them 15, we'll take a save, we'll be able to then invest and go from there. But when you have such a mountain to climb, they need 10 rounds on the trot just to win this game in regulation. That's not going to happen.
Look at the weaponry they have to present and defend their honor with here. They are walking up mid, Bit. Caught out. Okay. And that should put the AUG back into Magisk's hands.
The B's open right now.
Yeah, wide open for business, and the rotate will come through, so will the site take. The Electronics taking a lot of space. Gets towards the back and looking for the peak. Controls the spray nicely.
Hold more.
If he gets that smoke down, he's cooking. Flash to confirm, no one's pushed to disrespect it. Yep, that's his. The site is theirs. The bomb planted, and shouldn't be anything left to be said about this.
Oh, you hate to see it having a save against the 15th round. You really, really hate to see it. This is Na'Vi securing it without a drama in the world, and that all just came off of Simple's AWP shot onto Zipex towards the back of the site. Electronic understanding the space he had to work with, and he completely denies it. Bubsky literally has to save a Deagle. But that's not what he wants whatsoever. He's trying to get a kill here towards Spawn. Boomich is not going to get in the mix of that one. The bomb goes off, 15 secured, and Dust 2, well, it's just around the corner.
Yeah, Astralis' pick, and they might be kept humble here. Walking away with just 6 under your belt on your map pick for the semi-final spot at IEM Cologne. This is the 2 best teams from their group, head-to-head, and it seems one head and shoulders above the other at this point in time. In fact, burning through their last timeout, understandably so. Could be the last round of play. Finances in disarray.
This means so much as well. If Na'Vi top the group, they're going to put themselves in the semi-final on the same side as Gambit, which means that we might not get that Gambit-Na'Vi grand final. It means that it would be a semi-final matchup if the two are able to meet. G2 have already locked themselves in for the semi-finals on the other side of the bracket, and if Astralis lose this, they'll have to go through VP, then G2, just to make that grand final.
G2 did probably convinced a few people today, though, that there is contention for that grand final spot. Gambit going to be competing from the quarters as discussed. Same side of the bracket as Na'Vi. That could be quite the spicy semi. Let's see what happens here, though. Good skill jump. Enables Magis to unload his Augie. It takes two before Bit could stamp that ticket. Okay. Well, when you had just the one hero rifle and FAMAS for Dupree saved as well, you couldn't really ask much more.
They actually did the cheeky run boost there. They slingshotted him, which may have even got him there a second or two earlier. So risky maneuver here, but style points for doing it when you are just one round away from losing your map pick. Let's see how far Na'Vi can push and turn the screws in round number 22. I'm sure they'd love to get it done right here, right now.
Simple. All clear. He's going to elevate and... Oh, no. Doesn't quite finish off Zipex, but spots him out, knows where he is, and there's so much time, but Simple looks like he really has a lot to force out. Yeah. All the smoke out of him. Great placed on the incendiary. Oh, that denies a lot of info. Maybe a gap because of the incendiary, not sure.
Well, Dupree's actually thrust through this, so he's pushing to clear out mid right now, and it's the right call. There's nobody on the other side. Him and Zip are tasked with clearing top mid, and nobody actually pushed in. So at this point, they could still be worried about the B bomb site or the A bomb site, but Glaze pushed all the way up into pocket, so he has a lot of free info. 3 players over towards A from Astralis. This is looking good.
And that's a product of Dupree taking that risk. Here we go. Walking on in. Lots to receive. Zipex handing out headshots, and Bubsky the same. It's simple. 1 versus 4 going for jumping no scopes. All right, mate, what are you up to? 5 seconds, the door's been closed behind him. He does manage to maneuver away from the Glaive shot, and what a shot he's got in return. Saving the AWP, keeps hold of it. He's definitely looking like a peak Simple form, there's no doubt about it.
Well, you have Bit on 24, you have Electronic on 22, and then you have Simple on 19. So that's fantastic.
I mean, that whole first half, every time, you know, like Astralis were hitting B, it just never felt like they had a chance because one of those 3 names you just listed was getting a double.
Yeah, and then you add that into the mix with Boomich in the early stages, going for all those MP9 info plays, just getting flashed in, being a real pain in the ass. Well, there's plenty of money to invest. Electronic had 10K at the start of this round. Boomich burning on up. Just going to be tickled to 75, so nothing too concerning.
Dupree's got to contend with Electronic and Simple. If he wants to defend mid, and bam! He takes down the AWPer. Electronic, no slouch, responds. That should be a lot of space for him to walk through. Speaking of walk, Magisk and Glaive returning to Lamps. Oh, and he just heard Boomich slip off. They know exactly where he was. That's Glaive's responsibility within the crossfire. Bit slowly maneuvering the bomb back.
If they can identify that the players are forward in Lamps, then they can just go straight up long into the side. That'll be an indication that there's not too many players home. But Boomich is noisily rotating all the way back over towards this A bomb site. They've actually split their attack right now, Na'Vi. They're in a 2-2 formation. Perfecto and Bit over towards B. Looks like Glaive and Magisk are actually starting to have a little bit of a look in here as well. They're pushing out and clearing this back lane. It's all going to come down to the timing here. How long do Perfecto and Bit stay hidden?
Yeah, Glaive's yet to give the call. Nothing pocket. This is the fight. You'll see the bomb as well. And Bit's found the head. They'll have to accelerate on that. Zipex under scrutiny in mid, but it's all about Magisk. Fully blinded. Come on, Perfecto. Finding the frag. Problems now for Astralis. Bubsky gives them something to work with. But they just got nothing left in the tank. 35 points of health. A single bullet from the AK of Electronic will confirm our suspicions. Swinging wide together, nice collection, and just like that, Zipex with an impossible 1v3 on his plate. Bomb ticking to secure Astralis' pick against them. Na'Vi, collect. That is quite a convincing statement, isn't it? Both in the playoffs, but will it be the semis for Na'Vi? They've taken a big leap in that direction. Definitely looking comfortable as we prepare for an analyst desk. We'll be back with your second map. Na'Vi's does too. It is Notorious.